It is currently 1:44. My appointment is at 2, and I'm ready to get my first haircut. As y'all can see, the edges are laid. I still want my edges. I'm not cutting my edges because I want baby hair. Like, I need baby hair on my head, okay? I don't want no fade. I want baby hair. But yes, I'm getting my first haircut.
She was childish, but then they was doing TikToks together. It's like he really messy, y'all. He really messy. Like, and it's a conclusion and it's a rumor going around that he's.
Hey y'all, hey C babies, it's that girl CC. Welcome back to my channel. And as y'all can see by the title, as y'all can see by the thumbnail, I was attacked. Okay, I was attacked. I was manipulated, I was abused, I was used, I was taken advantage of. And yes, I'm finally ready to speak about this situation. Although it did happen like recently, I'm ready to talk about it and I'm ready to get off my chest. And I know that the person that did this is going to be watching. So if you're watching, welcome. Hey, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. But we're going to get a little bit into like my backstory a little bit. So, but before I get into that, y'all, I'm just let y'all know, this is going to be a very transparent and a very vulnerable video. I am going to say something that might be triggering. I'm just going to let y'all know that right now because, like I said, this situation is still recent and I definitely am still healing from it. And I am still hurt. I'm hurt. I'm sad. I'm disappointed. But I don't have any revengeful or hate towards the situation. I really just want to move on and I just hope the best. And yeah, so as some of y'all know, or most of y'all know, I do hair. I've been doing hair since I was a kid. It has always been my passion. It has always been my talent. And it's just something that God placed on me to do, you know, like literally it was one of them things that I was chosen to. Like, I was always chosen to do hair. And that's just what I wanted to do. I went to school and I did sports, like I did volleyball and stuff like that. And my mom did want me to go to school for volleyball, but that's just not what I wanted to do. So I ended up going to Stratford High School, and they had like a cosmetology program, and I ended up graduating with my license. So I didn't even have to go to cosmetology after high school. I just did it in high school and I had my license. And yes, that's when I went straight into getting my own salon suite. My first salon suite was nice. I had found some salon like in A-Leaf or whatever, and I want to say, yeah, it was $800 a month. And at that time my business was booming. Like, it was booming, y'all. I was making some money, like, for real. So I was able to do that, and I had a lot of clients. But then my business kind of started, like, maybe a little bit after a year of being in a salon suite, it did start to slow down a little bit. So I was like, I need to find me something cheaper. Like, I need to find something that's less than $800 a month, because that's a lot of money when you start not getting the money for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was good until it wasn't good. And then I had got my own apartment. So in between that time of spending $800, that's when I had got my own apartment. So I was spending like what, like $2,000 a month or $2,500 a month. And that's when I was like, okay, I need to find me a cheaper suite so that I can not be spending so much money, basically. So that's when I ended up finding a cheaper suite that was like literally half the price. It was $400 a month, and it was bigger, it was in a better location, like it was just convenient. So that's when, after 2 years or like a year and a half of being in the first suite, I had went and found another suite that was $400 a month, which was like in the gallery area. And the first year of being there, my business was okay. It was okay, but it wasn't as good as when I first had started like working in the salon suite. And I feel like the reason that it did slow down is because, you know, my prices went up. And my prices went up because, y'all, like, inflation, what the fuck, like, shit is expensive now. You got to go up on your price. And then, like, I'm licensed, I'm offering a lot of stuff that a lot of stylists don't offer, you know what I'm saying? Like, so my prices went up, and I kind of just had to shift, like, the people that I was allowing to do hair on, you know what I'm saying? So y'all know how people say you up the charge and it changes, like, it changes the dynamic, basically. I don't know how to explain it, but basically when my prices went up, my clients changed as well. Like, I had different type of clients. Like, I wasn't dealing with a lot of stuff that I was dealing with when I was cheaper and stuff like that. So yeah, my business did slow down because I kind of had to like restart a little bit, because also the second suite that I had was in a building. It wasn't a salon, so it wasn't like, oh, people can walk in and be like, oh, you do hair, or what do you do, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a building, and like in buildings like that, you kind of have to have your own clients, because everybody else is in that building doing whatever they're doing. So you really in a room, a big ass building full of competition, basically. So I kind of had to like rebrand. I started like doing like collabs with people, which didn't go well. I basically was trying to reach out to people and trying to like really get my business up or whatever. And the first year, it wasn't a bad year, but it was just slow. Like, my money started slowing down because, like I said, I kind of just had to restart. And then I was trying to figure out ways to actually have a business, you know what I'm saying? So when after I graduated from high school, I was, like I said, I was just doing hair. But like over years, I had to figure out how to operate a business. Cause yeah, I do hair, but it's like, how am I gonna operate my business? How am I gonna market myself? How can I better find more purpose into what I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? So over the years, it's like, yes, I've been doing hair for a long ass time, but really, I've been having a business for only like 2 and 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, at first it wasn't like an established business. It was just more so like, I'm just doing hair. But now it's like, I'm a business owner. Like, I'm a business owner and I have a purpose in what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So the first year, it was like, okay, whatever. Then the second year of being in my second suite, that's when I had a nail tech move in. And we'll have another story time on that. But that person I no longer associate with, because they also were a part of my downfall as well. And I do feel like the people you have around and in your circle does matter, because if they aren't genuinely supporting you and they don't have good intentions, them being around can hold you back from a lot of stuff. So I do feel like letting that person move into my suite did hold me back a lot more, instead of actually helping me. So yeah, my rent was cheaper because she moved in, but it was like she was holding me back, because when you have somebody in the same room as you that really don't fuck with you and really jealous of you and really competing with you, it can mess up your vibe. It can mess up how you're presented. It can mess up everything. So that was a setback as well, but it never stopped anything. None of this, everything that I'm gonna tell y'all has not stopped the thing. It has not stopped my grind. It has not stopped what I love to do. It has not made me give up on what I love to do. This is really just a push. All of this is just a push, and this a minor setback for a major comeback, basically. So that's when November of last year, I had met this person. As y'all can see in the clip in the beginning, November 29th is when I met that person. And they came into my life at kind of a perfect timing, because the suite that I had, I actually didn't even know what I wanted to do, because like I said, my business was slowing down. So I didn't know if I wanted to start back working from home, or if I just wanted to find somewhere cheaper, or if I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I really didn't know what I wanted to do. So this person that I had met, they actually came at the perfect timing. So boom, like I said, we're just gonna say this person. We're not gonna say anybody's name. So I know that you're probably watching, and if you are, like I said, I do still hope for you the best. I have no hate towards you. I have no type of nothing towards you, honestly, despite all the things that you have done to me. And I do forgive you. I do forgive you because that's just who I am. But I do want you to know that you did hurt me. You did fuck me over. You did. And honestly, what comes your way has nothing to do with me. But all I'm gonna say is, yeah, I hope for the best for you. And I really do still support your business. I do still support you. It's really all love for me, but you did hurt me, and I would never ever put myself in that situation ever again, thanks to you. But so yeah, y'all, so as y'all know, I had cut my hair, and I ended up getting my hair cut by this person. And the first time that I met them, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was trying to shoot my shot. I was, because this person I've known since high school, and we didn't talk or date, but we had like a little 1-2, literally like a little 1-2. And I seen that they worked in the same building as me, and I was like, oh, like that's lit, you know. Like, I really just wanted to support him, but I also was shooting my shot when I did get my hair cut. But it really was just like, I'm supporting him because I know that he cut hair. And so the first time I went to him, I got my hair cut or whatever, it was cool. But then the second time I got my hair cut was when that's when the entangling started. So the reason that I say that I met this person at the perfect timing is because this person actually offered to give me a free sweet. They actually offered to help me, and I was like, what? Like, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy. Like, I really seen it as a blessing. For real, I really seen it as a blessing. But y'all, one thing that everybody should know is all blessings are not from God. All blessings are not from God. When you praying and you asking God for your blessing, and you asking God to pour, and you asking God for stuff, y'all gotta remember, the devil is hearing you as well. The devil, the enemy, is hearing you as well. So you may be praying for something, but the devil is hearing you. So that's all I'm gonna say. So I was like, oh, like, you know, that's crazy. And this is how it went. So, you know, we were talking, and you know, we had started talking about like my YouTube and my content and how long it takes for me to edit or whatever. And they were like, oh, like, I will pay you to do content for me. And I was like, okay, cool. And then they were like, oh, like, I will pay you to be my assistant and do stuff for me. And then they were like, oh, I'll give you a free suite to help me or whatever. And I was like, oh, like, oh. So honestly, another thing as well, nothing is free in life. Nothing is free. Everything comes with a sacrifice. Know that as well. But mind y'all, this person is aware that I'm attracted to them, because I made that known. Like, I'm very real and transparent about how I feel about people. And if I meet you and I like you, I'm gonna say I like you. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say you look good. I'm gonna say all this. So this person was very much aware that I was attracted to them from day one, for real. They knew that. So they offered me a free suite. I was like, wow, like, this is perfect, because like, I didn't know what I was finna do, you know what I'm saying? And it just felt like a blessing. It felt like a blessing. It felt genuine. And, you know, like I said, I've known this person since high school a little bit. So I was comfortable with taking the opportunity. So that's when everything kind of just happened fast. Everything happened fast. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't even know how we got to this point, but I kind of do. It's just like everything happened really fast. Yeah, they gave me an offer for a free suite, and they were like, yeah, I'll help you move everything, and I'll, you know, they also said that they were gonna sponsor. And from my understanding, when someone says they're gonna sponsor things for me, I'm thinking they're gonna like buy the new stuff that I want for my suite. Maybe I misunderstood it, I don't know. But also, I don't know, it was just like, it happened all really fast. And literally the second day that I got my haircut and he offered me all of this, we literally started seeing each other almost every day after that shit, like every single day. And it just all happened so fast. So they started, you know, helping me move. Mind y'all, we're in the same building, so it's not like we have to move like different like locations or nothing. Like, so they helped me move. He was very helpful. You were very helpful, okay? You were very helpful, I'll give you that. Like, you helped me with a lot of shit. You did, whether it was genuine or not genuine. Like, you helped me with a lot of shit, you know, and I still do appreciate all of it to this day. He helped me move, and he was just like, yeah, like, I'm gonna help you, because I also told him that I wanted to open my own shop as well. So this person has their own shop, and I was telling him that I wanted to open my own shop as well. And he was like, yeah, like, you could just work here for free, and I'm gonna help you find your shop whenever you do that, blah blah. And I was like, okay, like, cool. Like, I was so ready to help. I was so ready to support, because like, you're giving me something that I actually need right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I really was into, like, as soon as he gave me this offer, I was ready to help. Like, literally, I started recording content and, you know, trying to like help him with his content of the shop or whatever, and just trying to help him clean the shop and whatever it was. Like, literally, I was down to help. Like, literally, I was there. And then, like I said, my business was slow, so I had all the time to do that. Literally, like a week after that, he was like, just come up here and, you know, help me, blah blah. I literally drove, like, I woke up one day, I drove about 30 minutes, because where I stay and my shop, I'm like 30 minutes from there. So I had a blank trip driving there. And when I got there, he was like, dang, like, I forgot that we were supposed to be even recording content. So I was ready. Basically, I was ready to support him. And oh my god, like, I was like ready. I was so ready to support him, because it was like, dang, like, this is perfect timing. And at the time, I really did thought he was actually trying to help me. Like, I thought he had good intentions, but come to find out, he did not have good intentions. He did not. And I'm glad that I learned my lesson quick. And I'm glad that God has given me the wisdom that I need to see through people, because I feel like if this would have happened years ago, I would have been in some shit worse. Like, it would have been worse, because I would have given him a lot more grace than I did. Red flag number one, or I don't even know if it's red flag number one, honestly, I don't know. But something that I ignored when I was around this person is I was very nervous. I was very, very nervous being around them. But I don't know if it was because I was attracted to them, and that's why I was nervous. But I was always nervous. Like, I was always anxious, and I was always nervous. And it was really just mainly in the beginning. So yeah, I was always nervous, but I didn't know why. I didn't know why I was nervous and why I was so anxious. But like I said, I thought I was just like really attracted to this person, because like, they look good. I ain't gonna lie, they be looking good. But no, that shit don't be mattering. Like, y'all dudes be looking good, but y'all heart is so ugly. Like, oh my god, I be so disgusted. But yeah, that was red flag number one. Like, I couldn't really get comfortable with this person for some reason. Like, I was always just kind of like, I couldn't really be myself for some reason. Like, I could, because I wasn't like scared to be myself, but I was just like, I was just a little stiff. Like, I was just like, like, I don't know. Like, I really was, because everything happened so fast as well. I'm telling y'all, the second day, first of all, red flag number one for real is him offering me something free, and he don't even know me. You don't even know me. You don't even know me. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You don't even know me. Why would you offer me a free sweet in your salon? You don't even know me. You don't even know if I had bad intentions. But I know that you know I didn't. I know that you know that. You know I'm a good person. As much as you want to fight it, you know I'm a good person. You know I'm a kind-hearted person. You know that shit. That's why you really wanted me in there. But it's also like, you don't know me. You know what I'm saying? So why would you even want me in your space and giving me stuff and helping me when you don't even know? So yeah, that was weird. But anyway, so you know, I was curious. You know, I started asking him questions. I was just like, you know, like, did you have a last assistant? Like, you know, and he didn't really go into detail about it, but all he really told me was, oh, she wasn't getting stuff done and she ended up liking me, and that was pretty much it. He just said she wasn't getting nothing done. And now that I'm out of the situation, I'm pretty sure it went the same way or similar to how this situation went, because who wants to be around you when your energy is always bad and you're always rude and you're always bossy? Like, so I could see, now I see, like, you lied about the last assistant and what was going on, because it just doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. None of it's making sense. And yeah, but that don't got nothing to do with me. But I noticed that he wasn't really giving me like a good detailed story on what really happened with his last assistant, because that's basically what I was basically his assistant, and he had me working at his shop. So that was like, like, okay. But I'm not a nosy person, so I didn't want to keep asking him about something. I just wanted to see what he was going to tell me. So I was like, okay, cool, like, whatever. It was weird, but I was like, whatever. So literally my lease was up in my last suite December 31st. So we actually started moving, I want to say around December, like the last week of December is when we started moving. But the first time that, I don't know the first time when I went to his shop, but like the whole month of December we kind of were like together a little bit. Maybe like the last half of December we were like together a lot, and most of the time we was really just hanging out for real. We wasn't really like getting stuff done in the salon. But he would always stress the fact, like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna have you doing, and you know, in the future. It was more so in the future, like what he was having me doing. But in the beginning, we was more so just like getting to know each other, like, you know, just becoming friends or whatever. At least what I thought. I thought we were becoming friends. I thought we were building a bond. But you know, that's just me. So yeah, like, literally the last week of December is when he had moved like all my stuff to the building, and that's when everything just started happening. Like, boom, like we started getting, and I'm gonna insert videos and clips of here and there about stuff. Like, he started like putting up stuff for my suite. I ended up buying new stuff for my suite. I ended up buying a new mirror. I ended up buying like new stuff for it, and he helped me like with everything. Like, I ain't gonna lie, he helped me with everything, and I was so appreciative. I appreciated everything, and he knows that. Like, I let him know that I appreciated it all, and I was thankful for everything that he did for me. Like, I made that very known, and I also made it known that he was inspiring to me, because, you know, I don't have men in my life that help me, for one, and two, I don't have men in my life that I could look up to and that are in the same field as me. So I actually really did find him as an inspiration at that time, because it's not a lot of dudes that's on their shit. Like, y'all know, it's really not a lot of dudes that's on their shit that got their shit together. And he didn't even have his shit together for real. It's just, at least he had a goal, you know what I'm saying? He had something going on. A lot of dudes don't be having shit going on, and they don't be having nothing to offer. Like, when dudes find out I do hair, I think they be scared. They be like, damn, she probably don't even need a man. But it's like, y'all, we don't get into that. But, you know, like, it just made sense for us to collab. It made sense because we actually are like-minded. Like, we are like-minded. But I think that he's stuck in his ways. He's very prideful. He's very mean. He's bossy. He's very disrespectful. He talks to people any type of way. He talks about his tenants. He talks about people, and I just don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be a boss and bossy. You know what I'm saying? You can still be a boss, but also just like be assertive and nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to talk to people any type of way. You don't have to talk shit about people. Like me, I used to be mean. I used to talk shit about people, and I don't like that. I don't like being hateful. I don't like talking about people, especially because I know that people go through shit just like me. We are human. You know what I'm saying? So anytime that he would just like talk about people, I kind of peeped it, and I was just like, like, okay. And it was just like, whatever. So really a month and a half is when my suite was like really done for real. It was done. I started taking clients. So it all happened really, really fast. It all happened really, really fast. I gave him a lot of grace in the beginning. Like, I kind of was lenient with my boundaries a little bit, and I kind of was like scared to speak up a lot because I don't know, like, when I met him, I really didn't know if he was a man or a boy. So I was like torn in between, like, should I just submit to this person because they know what they're talking about, or should I just, like, I didn't know, because like I said, I don't have men in my life to show me who a real man is. So it's like, when I met him, I thought he was a real man until I figured out he wasn't. I realized he was a little boy. And yeah. So like I said from the beginning, this person obviously knew that I was attracted to them. But I remember we had a conversation about like the assistant position or whatever, and he made it clear that he didn't want his assistant to like him, and that he wanted it to be professional, and that he wanted to get shit done. So when he told me that, I instantly was like, okay, yes, I find this man attractive, but I'm gonna just be professional. Like, I really just was able to be mature about it, and like, okay, I'm just gonna be his assistant. Like, I'm not gonna overstep my boundaries. I'm not gonna do none of that. Like, I'm not gonna do none of that. And then, you know, he's telling me that he wants his assistant to be just an assistant. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make sure that I don't overstep my boundaries. But also, he knew that I was attracted to him. So it was also like contradicting, because it's like, for you to know that I'm attracted to you, but then you still give me the opportunity, is like, okay, but you said you didn't want someone that liked you. So it was confusing. But somehow, I don't know how it happened, when it happened, but somehow it got unprofessional. And we got entangled. I'm not gonna say we were dating or nothing, but we got entangled. And as soon as we got entangled, that's really when shit went left. Because me personally, I can mix business and pleasure, but everybody can't do that, because, you know, everybody's not mature like me to like be able to do both. But me, I'm able to do that. Like, I can be professional when I need to be professional, and then I can be whoever I want to be when I need to be. You know what I'm saying? But with him, it was like, he wasn't good with mixing both together. So, like I said, I made sure that I stepped back. But it's like, every time I stepped back, he was stepping forward. And it just didn't go well. Like, we kind of just got into a lot of disagreements, and we got into a lot of, like, I ain't gonna say arguments, but we got into some back and forths. And mainly it was because he was trying to talk to me any type of way, and I didn't like that. And I set standards with him, and I also told him, like, I had conversations with him about just his tone and just how he talked to me. And most of the time it wasn't productive. It just ended up becoming the same thing. But also, when I had a conversation with him about being nice, he kind of was like trying to act like he was working on it. Like, it was like passive nice.
Slide this over, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hooray, you're awesome.
You're awesome, Laura.
You're awesome.
Wow. He started just being fake nice and acting like he was fake working on it. And yeah, we just kind of bumped heads a lot. We bumped heads a lot because he's demanding, and I'm not gonna say I'm demanding, but I feel like if someone brings that masculine energy out of me, it's gonna be brung out. That's all I'm gonna say. You either bring the feminine energy out of me or you bring the masculine out of me. So when I feel like you're trying to control me or you're trying to just like be bossy and mean, now I have to like be assertive. I have to be assertive, and I have to tell you I don't like that. And that comes off as being masculine to dudes, because when a woman speaks up and they want to be assertive and they want to put their foot down, it's like it can be masculine to y'all. Let's be honest. Y'all call women that have standards and boundaries masculine. That's what y'all do. It's just the truth. And you know, I set that boundary, but I never, with me setting the boundaries, I never ever made it seem like I didn't like him or I hated him, or you know, like after I was having these conversations with this person, it was more so like I really just want to tell you about yourself, and I just want you to like understand where I'm coming from, and just like, you know, let's just move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to hate each other. We're still friends. You know what I'm saying? I'm still open to whatever. Like, my loyalty towards him never changed. Like, I still supported him. I still wanted to be there. I still wanted to be around him. It's just like, you're not going to talk to me any type of way. Like, it's that simple. And you're also not going to be mean, like, to me or other people. Like, that's just not me. Like, that's not me anymore, and I don't want to be around people like that no more. So we're spending a lot of time with each other after my birthday. Also, make sure y'all watch my Miami vlog. Y'all will also see in the beginning of that Miami vlog is when I was getting my hair cut by him. Y'all will see that. But yeah, after my birthday, we spent a lot of time together, like a lot of time, and it was mostly just me being around him. I was just being around him, just like I said, getting to know him. And it wasn't, I ain't even gonna say he was getting to know me. It was mainly just him getting to know him. He wasn't getting to know me. I was doing a lot of things that he wanted to do. We never really did anything that I wanted to do. Like I said, I know we weren't dating, but it was like we were building a friendship that was one-sided. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was more so just, he literally just wanted me to be his assistant and girlfriend at the same time. I don't really know like what it was, but it's like he wanted me to be his girlfriend and assistant and like pet at the same time, like all in one, basically. And like I said, once we got entangled, it just didn't work. It just didn't work, like, you know. And I had a conversation with him about that. You know, I had a conversation about a lot of things with him, and they just weren't productive. They weren't productive. He didn't know how to communicate with me. He also just like act like he didn't give a fuck most of the time I communicated with him. He was just like, whatever, I don't care. And it was just like, dang, like, what's up? Like, I thought you knew how to communicate, because he made it seem like he knew how to communicate. But then when it came to the communication, it was there. Like, it was just like, oh God. So yeah, like, he also made me feel less than, and I just knew I didn't want to be with nobody like this. Like I said, I never didn't want to stop being cool with him. I just knew that I didn't want to be with him romantically, because he didn't pour into me like I poured into him. Everything was about him. Everything was about the business. Everything was about that. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't enough pouring back into me, like, you know what I'm saying, it just wasn't equal. Everything was one-sided. And then I started feeling insecure. I started feeling less than. I started feeling like, you know, I just didn't feel appreciated in so many different ways, and it just wasn't fair, because it's like I'm pouring into this person but they're not pouring into me. So it was like, it was crazy. It was fucked up. It was fucked up. So yeah, but I'm going to call Hannah. I'm gonna call Hannah. She was supposed to be in a video, but I'm just gonna call her because yeah, she's gonna be able to tell y'all like the first time that she went to the shop. And yeah, I'm gonna just let her speak about what she's seen. And yeah, we calling her right now.
Hello.
Say hey, girl. Yes, rock out, rock out, rock out, rock out. So basically, I just told them like the beginning, and you know, I just want you to tell them the first time that you came across this person, and just whatever you need to say, basically. First time
I came to the shop, it wasn't really like, I didn't get to see his personality for real, because mind y'all, it was my first time seeing him. So he likes to act different when it's new people. So he gonna put on a facade. So we were just all sitting there chilling, and it was like I was kind of trying to like get to know him a little bit. And Claire was just cleaning up the shop or whatever, sweeping up, and then you have a piece of lint in your head. Mind you, y'all, we didn't know if he liked her, because he never said nothing. So I'm trying to get the lint out her head, y'all. He dang near pulled over me over to get the lint about her head. When I first met him, like, of course, when you meet him, he's a very, like, handsome dude. So I'm like, okay, like, I'm speaking to my friend. I'm like, okay, like, yes, he seemed like he could be relatable to my friend, because they both chill. So it seemed like they could like vibe. Like, okay, so I'm just filling him out, asking questions. And then I'm like, okay, wait, because, like, you need to, like, oh, but I don't think that was the same time. But I don't know. I'm going to still add it in there, because he did say this shit, y'all. I was like, okay, he seemed like he cool. He need to put me on one of his friends or clients or something, so we could be on 2-mans. And he said that his clients is broke. He said that y'all is broke. He said y'all broke. Y'all bums. Y'all don't got no money. Y'all don't got no motion. Y'all don't got nothing. That's what he said about y'all. So I was just like, me and her, we looked like, oh, like confused, like.
yeah, because me personally, I don't talk about my clients like that, y'all. Like, I actually appreciate my clients a lot, because that's where I get my money from. That's how my money come about. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I get fed, my clients. So I don't talk shit about my clients. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way as well.
But it gave y'all that's true. That was real. It was like a red flag. But it also gave, he wanted all the attention on himself. He wanted all the attention on him. Like, in order for all the attention on him, he had to bring other people down. Mm-hmm. And I didn't fuck with that. I didn't like that. So that was like my first time meeting him. I was like, okay. He ran me down, put a piece of lint she out her head. I was like, okay. But like, that's when I knew, like, you don't even know your place as a nigga, because that's a friend role. Like, I seen it first. Let me handle my shit. Like, don't try to come over here and bombard me down. But that's what I had got from him. I was like, okay. But also, y'all, before I even came into the shop, Cece let me know he's very strict. He's very strict. Yeah. So I was scared to even twerk up in there, y'all. I was scared to even twerk, because I didn't know, like.
And honestly, the only reason I told her is because I know my friend. You know, she's gonna be herself wherever she want to be, and I don't judge her for that. But I told her that just so she can know, like
girl, like also like tone it down a little bit, because he tripping, and I felt that, because like if I would have came up in there super duper like he would have been eating it up. He would have been eating it up and judging me and thinking that he could play on my top. But I'm glad that she told me that, because it kind of put that, like, you know, like, I was like this, and I was like,
yeah,
you know, cause like I'm not about to play with him. So that was the first time I seen him, met him.
okay, so this is my question. Oh, hold on. Okay, so I was telling them before I called you that I did give him a lot of grace, and I was bending my boundaries, and I was being lenient, and I was actually very patient with him. So basically, I want to ask you, like, when was, not even the first time, but like, when did you notice that I was actually acting different? And when did you notice that when I was like giving him a lot of grace and like bending my rules? Like, how did you see it, and when did you see it, type shit?
Okay, so boom. It was one time. This is what stuck out to me. Okay, it was one time. I did not like how he said this. Okay, it was actually 2 times. I got off the top of my head. I'm sorry, y'all. It was just a lot. It was fast too.
It was fast.
So, first time I noticed him being disrespectful was, I asked him if he thought my friend was sexy, because I wanted to know. Like, I'm that nosy friend. Like, I want to know what you thinking and how you feel about my friend. Like, and what you be thinking. And he was like, she know the answer to that. She know the answer. But it like, Bungie, my friend, I think she's called him handsome a couple of times. Like, said that he's look good or stuff like that. But it just gave, like, he didn't want to say it. And I just felt like that was, like, weird. I felt like that was weird. And it would be a lot of times he would call her just to be on the phone. Like, she don't do that with nobody else but me, y'all. She don't even really like being on the phone. So I was like, why is y'all not talking about nothing but y'all on the phone? But it's like, because he really just wanted to talk to her. So I thought that was like a little bit like, my friend must really like this dude. Like, or be really fond of him to be going against kind of what she's.
But I also, like I told y'all earlier, like, I was supposed to be quote unquote assistant, and I made sure that I stayed in that position because he already told me that he didn't want nothing unprofessional and he didn't want his assistant liking him. So tell them how that's contradicting, basically.
So yeah, he told her the first day or whatever, they had some sort of meeting, I guess. And then that's when he gonna tell her this fake ass 50 Shades of Grey you story. Like, yeah, my last assistant was obsessed with me. So we gotta make sure that we keep it cute. We gotta make sure that we don't do all of this, we don't do all of that, because I had to fire my last assistant because of that. And
but like you said, he was calling me, right? All that stuff. Tell him.
He was calling a lot. Like, he called on our Valentine's Day. He called on our New Year's Eve party together. He called, and he would call, and he wouldn't even be on no lit stuff, y'all. He would be calling just to micromanage her and bring her energy down. Like, it's like he would feel that she was having a great time, and he would be like, not without me. No.
I'm telling y'all.
So, that is, it was like it's like he wasn't standing on nothing that he said. Like, he was saying that he was basically making it seem like my friend was going to be obsessed with him. My friend was going to be in love with him. My friend was not going to be able to let him go. But it wasn't even like that. He was the one who couldn't let go. He was the one that didn't even know how he was feeling, but was feeling something and trying to project it on other people. That was, but I feel like definitely, like, he wanted to control you. He wanted to have you as his girlfriend, but on his terms. Like, you wasn't going to be able to wear certain stuff. You wasn't going to be able to be out at a certain time. You probably wasn't going to be able to drink, but you was not going to be able to smoke with him.
Mind y'all, I'm supposed to be his quote unquote assistant.
Yeah.
So none of it made any sense on how we even got to the entanglement when I was just supposed to be his assistant.
And if you know Claire personally, you might think that she's like a little bit mean, but she just strict. She just strict, and she just don't play that stuff. And if you seen how she was acting with him, like, you was really full open arms, ready to grow with somebody, like, and ready to change yourself with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And he took advantage of all of that. Like, she was always in the beginning, before she realized that, oh, this nigga, like, just want to talk to me and be on the phone, and this isn't no business shit. Before you realize that, you will always answer the phone on time. You was still, even after he done did all that weird stuff, you was still doing your job. You was still working. You was still promoting. You was still doing videos. Mind y'all, he wasn't, this whole time he doing all of this with Claire, he wasn't even really putting in the work like that. It would be times I come to the shop, he got a client, y'all. He leaving the client to go talk to Claire. Boy.
Y'all heard what she said. He wasn't pouring into me. He didn't really care about what I had going on. He also didn't really treat me like I was human. He never really asked me what I had going on at home or tried to see where my mental state was. But I like, literally, I was his therapist, his girlfriend, his assistant, his pet, all in one, y'all. I'm telling y'all, like, I literally would answer the phone for him and hear him out about anything he wanted me to hear him on. I would literally speak life into him while he just taking away from me, basically. And as y'all know, I am passionate about my relationship with God, and he knows that as well. But he never cared about the stuff that I was passionate about. Like, anytime we were talking, everything was just like, he just kind of ignored it or didn't really care. Everything always was about him. And he didn't care about my well-being. He didn't care about my mental state. He didn't care about he didn't really care about my business. He didn't care about none of that, for real. And I just think that it was unfair, because it was like, why even have me around as all it is, but you don't care about me? So that's how all of this is contradicting. And that's when I found out, okay, his intentions on helping me was not pure. I don't know what he intended on getting out of me. Honestly, I don't know. To this day, I really don't know. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I don't know if he just, I don't know. I really don't know, like, what he wanted out of that. But I knew that his intentions weren't pure, because he didn't care about me as a person. So I said that to say that, like I was saying earlier in the video, I thought that me and this person was building a friendship, but obviously it was one-sided, and we always did, you know, I always listened and heard him out on the things that he was passionate about. And I even brought my friend along to do what he liked to do, you know what I'm saying? But anytime we hung out outside of work, it was never what I wanted to do. It was always what he was doing on his time. And it's like, every time that I was doing stuff on my time, he was mad. Like, he was mad. And it was like, dang, like, I'm not even your girl. You don't even treat me like your girl. You don't respect me. And it was just like, I don't know what he wanted out of me. Okay, so I have a question. Do you feel like this person was trying to come in between our relationship? And if you do, please explain why.
Okay. I definitely feel like he was trying to come in between our relationship. But this is why I feel like that. Because I treat Claire very good as a friend. Like, I treat her the way that I feel like she want to be treated. I don't ever, like, overstep. Or if I do, like, I communicate and, like, I apologize because maybe I didn't know. And I felt like that bothered him because he was overstepping so much with you. And it's like, I feel like in that moment, like, he was kind of trying to, like, step up, like, as a man, because he see how your people coming behind you. But it's like he couldn't step up because he didn't know how to even do that. Like, he didn't even know what it looked like. Like, you could give all the money in the world, but it wouldn't be that. So let me tell you how the examples of him over or trying to come in between us. Because one, y'all already seen the lint. I'm just trying to get a piece of lint off, and it's like damn near. It was like one of I was right here. He right here.
Yeah.
I'm right here.
Like he made sure he did it first, basically. Like it was gonna become a competition. And also, I'm gonna tell him this example before you get into your say. I remember I was on the phone with her in front of him, and I noticed anytime I was on the phone with her and he was around, he kind of would just act weird. That's one sign. And then two, I remember we were saying that we loved each other, and he was side-eyeing it. And I just feel like you and your friends don't love each other. Y'all don't support each other. And then he also had made another comment, and he was like, oh, so y'all close. And it sounded like jealousy. And he knew at the end of the day, like, he wasn't gonna be able to come between the friendship. But he definitely seen that we were close, and he thought that I was gullible and naive, but he knew that Hannah was gonna be the one to tell me the shit about him. But at the end of the day, I wasn't gullible and naive. I was just giving him a lot of grace. I was giving him a lot of grace.
You was giving him, like, because it's hard for us, y'all. We don't even got no, like, now I have a good relationship with my dad, but, like, before that, we did both have no daddies. Like, we didn't have no daddies. So we don't know what it looked like when a man is supposed to be, like, genuine, like, what it looks like. Like, we don't know what it looked like. So in that moment, like, you was just like, look, I don't know, I don't want to cut this nigga off too fast, and then, like, you know, I don't want to just do that. I want to try to really see, like, rather than cut him off so fucking quick after the first, you know, bullshit. So that was that, and it would just be a times where we was on the phone, and he would stay getting in the middle of our conversation. He would stay doing that, like. He would get himself in the camera, and I'm gonna be honest, I never liked him. I'm gonna be honest, I liked him at first because I thought he was like it's good on paper. It sound good on paper. That's what it sound good on paper, but like I was kind of getting on his ass. Every time he would do that, I'd just be like, every time he get on the phone, I'd be like looking like this, like, okay, there go the baddest bitch in the stimulation, trying to be seen. Like, I just wasn't fucking with it because it just, like, it just wasn't making, like, sense. Like, it just wasn't making sense for my friends. Like, why is you stay trying to get in the camera, but you don't want to call nobody sexy? Like, you think you the sexiest. That's what it is. So, he would constantly get in the middle of our conversations. We would be having girl talk, talking about whatever we want to talk about. He would try to see what we talking about, or ask her something while I'm on the phone, while we on the phone. It would be about a bunch of nothing, like which tires you think I should get, which rims, like stuff like that. Like, nobody care about that stuff, and my friend don't even know nothing about cars.
Yeah.
So.
And honestly, like, I'm gonna be real, y'all. The only reason I was always answering his phone calls is because I was quote unquote his assistant. Like, all of this is like I got to a point where I felt like I had to answer the phone. I had to be on the phone with him because it's like, if I don't know, like it's just like I had to. So and most of the time, like I said, we wasn't even talking about nothing. Like, the whole assistant thing that he brought up was fake. It was made up. Like, it was just something, it was a cover-up of something. And like I said, I don't know what his intentions was, but it was all fake, basically. And she seen it. It was 4K. Everybody seen it. And yeah, she seen how that shit was making me feel. And she seen that I was definitely doing a lot of shit that I should have been doing. Like, yeah, like, it just wasn't equal. It wasn't equal. It was one-sided. And yeah, she seen that. She was there. So what else would you like to add?
I'm gonna say one more thing, and this don't gotta do with like stories or nothing like that. This man was trying to tear my friend down. He thought that you was slow. He thought that you didn't have no knowledge, but you proved him wrong. You got out of that situation quick. And so all my girls out there who see their friend going through stuff like that, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. She gonna figure it out. Don't say nothing. Just support. And if she asks you something, then say something. But if she don't, then don't say nothing. And also, another thing, a lot of girls like, I'll let my friend talk about the situation over and over and over. I relate to that and I respect that. But we can't let them keep talking about the situation and they in it. And they want to be stuck up in it. No.
Yeah.
My friend got out of that situation quick, and she could talk about it however long she wants to, because she's not in it no more. She's just trying to heal from it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I gotta say about that. Do I got any? I don't think I got. I had a friend at the shop. Okay, I had a friend at the shop. He gonna ask me what's the tea on me and my other friend at the shop. Mind you, me and this girl not friends no more because of something that happened to our friendship. But he was messy, y'all. He's always in other people's business.
Mm-hmm.
It was some other girl there. She had beef.
Okay, that's what we Okay, y'all, we're just gonna stop that because it's gonna get sticky if she keeps talking. So yeah, I just wanted y'all to hear her perspective on that, because like she was there the whole time all of this was happening since day one, and she's seen everything in 4K. So I feel like she needed to back me up, because, you know, even though y'all don't need proof, it's like, yeah, like she's seen that shit, and it would have just gotten worse. Like, and he probably would have came in between my friendship. So yeah, y'all, I just didn't like how he was mean and talking about people. As y'all heard, he did say something about one of his tenants, and when he first told me about this tenant and like her situation, I actually felt bad for her and I prayed for her. And, you know, I told him, like, you know, she is young, and you just gotta like understand that she probably don't have the guidance and help. And he was just like, yeah, that's why I'm trying to help her. And he always made it seem like he was trying to help somebody, but really he was not. He was talking shit about her. And when he made a comment about her hygiene, I didn't like it. I was just like, well, you know, we have bad days, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like also another reason why I didn't want to get entangled with this person is because if he would talk about another woman's hygiene, he'll do the same thing to me. And or if I had a bad day, he wouldn't be real about it. Like, he'll make me feel bad about it. And he actually did situations like that. Like, and I don't know, it's just like, you're mean, like, you just mean, you're nasty. And it's like, it's unprofessional as fuck, because most of the time we were in the shop, we were in the business, and we're also talking about people within the business. So it was just unprofessional. So one example that made me feel like he really wasn't fucking with me was, I remember one day we were, you know, at the shop chilling, and he looked at me like, he was like this close to my face, y'all. He was like this close, okay? He was this close, right? And he just looked at me. He just looked at my face. He looked at me in my eyes, and he just made a disgusted ass face, y'all. Oh, like, I don't, like, he was disgusted. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. He just made a face, and that made me feel like shit. Like, I was like, damn, like, am I ugly? That's how I took that. Like, damn, like, you think I'm ugly or something? He didn't even say nothing. I didn't say nothing. I just looked at him, and he looked at me, and he just was disgusted. And that made me feel like, damn, like, it was just weird. It was weird. Like, I just didn't like that. He also just didn't support me. Like I said earlier, he wasn't passionate about the things I was into, like my YouTube. I'm also passionate about my YouTube, and as y'all can see, I've been working on getting my subs up and getting videos out and getting long videos out and editing for y'all, so y'all can see I'm passionate about this shit too. But the first time I asked him to subscribe to my channel, he was like, this is what he said, y'all. He was like, if you want a hug and a kiss, just say that. That's what he said. like she watching when I upload it. What? What did you make that face for? After that, I realized, like, okay, he doesn't really care about what I have going on. So I really just, after that point, I really just stopped talking for real. I didn't really like tell him about my personal life. I didn't really care to let him know what I was doing outside of work because he didn't care. He didn't care. So what was the point of me even telling him when he don't even give a fuck? There's no point. So I just stopped, like, I just stopped giving. Anytime I had to do something for him, it's just like we always kept getting in some type of like back and forth, or like everything just kept fucking up, basically. Like anything that had to do with him, it just kept fucking up. It kept fucking up. And it just didn't go right. And so I remember I had a conversation. It was one day we had a conversation, and I told him that I didn't want to, basically I had to set the standard. I had to set the standard, and I had to insert myself as a grown woman. And I told him that I don't want to be unprofessional no more. Like I don't want to keep doing this because it just seems like everything just going bad. Like I said earlier, I can mix business and pleasure, but he wasn't able to do that. So it just, I didn't want to do it no more. And then the way that he was acting after we kept having conversations about how he was talking to me, it was like, no, I don't want to keep doing this with you because you're not listening to me. You don't care about what I have going on. It's really no point. How am I going to be able to be your girl if you don't even treat me like your girl? You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I had to set the tone, like, I'm just going to be your assistant. That's it. I don't want to be hanging around him no more. I don't want to just be doing this. Like, if it doesn't have anything to do with the shop, we don't need to be talking no more, because everything, it was just getting bad. It was just getting bad. It was getting toxic, and it, like, I could tell that he was overwhelmed about his what he had going on, and it was kind of like he was taking it out on me, and I don't deserve that. So that's when I was just like, yeah, like, I don't need to, you know. So that was when I realized, like, yeah, I don't want to have this entanglement with this person no more, because really it just seems like you just want to lust over me, and you just want to have an assistant that you can lust over and you can just tell what to do and just have here. Like, you want an assistant, you want your cake too. It was just like, no, like, I'm not gonna be that person that you use. Like, no, I just didn't want to be used. So I had to cut that out. And another situation where I knew that his intentions for me weren't good was, I remember I needed to get my shampoo bowl connected, and the dude that worked in the building was charging him like $600, and I wasn't paying that either. Like, what the fuck? But I ended up finding someone that could do the shampoo bowl. They came to do it, they did it good, blah blah, and they ended up charging like $375. And I thought that I was gonna be the one paying for it, but he ended up paying for it, which I also appreciate. Thank you very much. But literally the same day that happened, he made a comment, and he was like, I spent $400 for nothing. So I don't know, like, what that was about. Like, I don't know, like, literally, I don't know what he expected. I guess, mind y'all, this was after, you know what I'm saying, we had our back and forth. So I guess he thought after he spent the money that I was gonna like kiss his ass or be all up on him. But you know that I was not no material, and I'm not a materialistic ass bitch, y'all. Like, I'm just not that. Like, just because you do stuff for me, it should be because you want to and you genuinely wanted to do that. But his intentions wasn't good. So that's when I knew, okay, like, you really doing all this for me to get something out of it. Like I said, I don't know what, y'all, but he really did this to get something out of it, and I don't know what it was. And yeah, like, it'll just be little stuff where like, we'll be doing stuff outside of the shop, and he would just, like, for example, we're at IKEA, right? And he was literally just like wandering off without me. Like, he would just walk off. So me being me, like, okay, I'm gonna do my own thing. Like, why would I wait for you? Why would I, like, I don't know. He was just like, it's like he just, I was literally a pet. Like, I felt like I was a pet, and I was just there, just following behind him, following behind his step, whatever the fuck it was. And it didn't feel right. Like, I don't know. So he knew you're a smart man, okay? You're a smart man if you're watching, okay? You're a very smart man. So you knew when the vibe switched up, and you knew when I stepped back. You knew that. And my vibe definitely did change towards him, because it's just like the stuff that he was doing. It's like, I don't, you know, like, I don't want to keep giving my all and you treating me this type of way. So he seen that shit, and I feel like once he seen that the vibe was off and I was distancing myself for my respect and my boundaries, it's like he hated that shit. It's like he wanted to, I don't know. It's like, basically, he's a narcissist, y'all. Everything that I'm explaining, this is a person characteristics of a narcissist. Like, this is a narcissist. He seen that I was peeping what he was doing. I stepped back, and now he hates me. Basically, like, that's exactly what the fuck happened. So yeah, so after I, you know, stepped back, and we also had a conversation about, you know, just being more professional. And after that conversation, he kind of stopped. He stopped like calling me a lot. He stopped like asking me to do stuff as much. And this person also likes things done a certain way. He likes things done a certain way, on his time, his way. So me being me, I stopped reaching out about, you know, what he needed done. You know, like I said in the beginning, I was like, okay, what do you need done? Like, if anything, I was checking in, asking what I needed to do every day. But it's like, no, I'm not gonna keep trying to do stuff for you because you want stuff done a certain way on your time. So really, I was just there whenever he needed whatever he needed done. You know what I'm saying? So I was just there. I was just there at that point. So he stopped calling as much. He stopped doing whatever he needs to do as much. And it was just that. But I knew the vibe was weird, but I didn't really pay attention to it as much, because if he had something to say, or if he wanted something, or he felt some type of way, then he should have just came to me. Because every single time I've initiated conversation with him, every single time, like, I've always initiated conversation, which was another red flag. Why am I the one initiating everything when it's you treating me this way? You know what I'm saying? When it's you being this way towards me, why do I keep initiating it? And every time I initiate it, this is something he says a lot, y'all. I don't care about this. This my shit. I'ma run it how I want to run it. I don't care if I'm wrong. This is my shit. That was always the way he responded when we would communicate about anything. It was always, this my shit. This my shit. This my shit. This my shit. I don't care. He would always say, I'm not a sympathetic person. I don't care about feelings. I don't care about being nice. All this other stuff. That's literally all he would say every time I would have a conversation with him about anything. So it was just like, why do I keep, what's the fuck is the point? Okay, it got to a point where it was no point, literally. So at that point, I was just working at the shop for free at that point, because he wasn't really asking me to do much. So we're gonna talk about something that also made me feel like this man is fucking crazy, and he got some shit under his sleeve. Like, I don't know what it is, but he got some shit under his sleeve. So one day, like y'all heard Hannah on the phone, she knows one of his tenants. And one day, I guess the tenant and her ran into each other, and that was that, right? So I remember I was on the phone with him one day, and I was like, we were just having regular conversation. No, I was like, blah blah blah, ran into each other. That's what I said. They ran into each other, right? And he was like, I know. So I was like, how did you know that? Because I thought that they ran into each other outside of the facility. So I'm thinking like, okay, so the tenant talking shit to him about her or whatever, blah blah blah. But then he also made a comment like, yeah, I be hearing people talk shit about me, and I be hearing people this and that. So I'm like, you have cameras like outside the building? Like what is like? And he was just like, he started laughing. He was like, maybe. And I'm like, so you've been watching people. So I'm basically saying this to say that this person has been invading my privacy. He's been invading my privacy. He's been invading other people's privacy. He's been invading my friend's privacy. And I also do not appreciate that. I don't. Because you should not be doing that. You should not be eavesdropping in my conversations. You should not be invading my privacy, because first of all, that's illegal. You should not be doing that. And that also made me like damn near scared for my fucking life, because what the fuck else are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is really your intention? What is really your intention here? Like, seriously. And it would be instances where like I realized that he was eavesdropping because I never told him some of this stuff. So I'm like, it was contradicting, because you really don't care about my life, or you act like you don't care, but then you listening to everything that's going on though. So it was like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. But this is a narcissist, because you don't care enough to ask me about the stuff that, you know, I care about, but you also want to control everything that I have going on. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, I realized that I was dealing with a narcissist. Like, after all of this was happening, I realized, okay, this is really a narcissist, and really, he really intended on helping me just to control me. And he thought that he was going to be able to do that for so long until he wasn't able to. And, you know, he also didn't like when I was holding him accountable for the shit that he was saying and the shit that he was doing. He also didn't like that I was setting boundaries and trying to communicate with him. And he also didn't like none of this stuff. So a lot of the things that was going on, yeah, like over time, I realized I'm dealing with a narcissist, y'all. And I'm gonna tell y'all one thing, like, y'all know in my spiritual journey, things have changed for me a lot. Like, I have a whole new set of eyes, literally. Like, I'm able to see things a lot differently. And I'm sure in the past I've dealt with narcissists, but this experience is a lot different, because it's just different, because it's more spiritual. Like, it's more like I was in some shit. And like now with my friendships and dating and stuff like that, I don't like to make friends on the internet. I don't like to date on the internet. So it's like now all of my interactions are in person. So it's like I'm actually seeing and feeling how these people act, instead of just like a facade on the internet, you know? So like things are different with my dating and like getting to know people, because now I have God in my life. Even though he's been in my life, it's like I know God is in my life, and I know how shit works, and I'm getting the wisdom, and God is revealing stuff to me. So it's like dealing with this has opened my eyes. Like now I know how a narcissist act. Like I said, I'm sure I've dealt with narcissists, but it's like now I know what a narcissist is, because I actually never knew what a narcissist was until I met this nigga. I'm gonna be real, I really didn't. I just thought a narcissist was somebody that was conceited, which that is a narcissist, but it's a lot more to it. Like, they have a strategy, they have a plan, they have bad intentions, they do stuff literally for themselves. Everything is about them. So all of this, like literally a month or two within meeting this dude, I knew like, okay, I'm dealing with an asshole. Like, this is a real deal narcissist, and he really would probably hurt me physically emotionally, mentally, and that's when I knew, like, I can't deal with you. Like, I can't. That's when I knew. It was crazy. But y'all, I'm actually doing good because, like, I thought I was gonna cry, but I guess not. Okay. But yeah, that's when I knew this was a narcissist. So yeah, y'all, so recently I think I pretty much touched up on everything, but I'm gonna get on to, like, why we're here. So yeah, y'all, over time I also realized that he was, like, throwing a lot of stuff in my face. Like, I remember when he was helping me, he was like, he had made a comment and he was like, I wasn't even supposed to be doing all of this. Mind y'all, in the beginning he said he would help me, he said he would do everything for me. So it was like, over time I was seeing his true colors, and, like, the little stuff he would say here and there was, like, showing me, like, okay, like, you really did not want to genuinely do this. You did not have good intentions. You did not have good intentions. So over time, you know, we would get into it. And I remember one night I was helping him do something, and he was just very, like, bossy towards me, and he was getting disrespectful. So I told him, like, to stop being disrespectful. And I don't know, he was kind of just, like, pushing me to my limits. He was getting aggressive with me. He was getting aggressive with me. And after that day, that's when I knew, like, yeah, he's crazy. And I told him, like, you need help. I told him that. But it's something really wrong with you, because it's like we would be doing good, and then we get in some type of back and forth somehow. And every single time, I'm telling y'all, every single time I would try to communicate with this dude and give him grace and expect for him to just be like, okay, you know what, you right, my bad, I shouldn't have did this, I shouldn't have did that. No, it was never that. It was always, I don't give a fuck, this my shit. Like, literally every single time it was always like, he doesn't care. And the only time he tried to be nice was in the beginning. He tried to be nice and try to act like he was changing. No, you can't change in a week, you can't change in a day. This is gonna take self-work, okay? So after, like, towards the end, which recently, I want to say maybe like 2 weeks ago, currently it is February, no, not February, it's March 4th. But, like, towards the end of February is when things just was like, we was, like, real distant. We didn't really talk as much. Like, we said hey and bye to each other when we seen each other, but we didn't really talk as much. And he also made, like, an inappropriate comment when my friend was at the shop recently about dick in the mouth. I don't know what that was about, but he also just started becoming very unprofessional by, like, the stuff he would say and how he was texting me. He recently had texted me and he was like, damn, you couldn't clean the lint off the washer. And I just feel like that was unprofessional. Like, obviously we wasn't talking as much, so we're not really friends no more. We kind of just cordial, like, and I feel like he should have just kept it professional from here on out. Like, it shouldn't have been unprofessional. Like, you shouldn't be coming in my room making my friends uncomfortable or making my clients uncomfortable. Like, it was just getting unprofessional. So me being me, like I said, y'all, I called him and I tried to have a conversation just so we can just, like, kind of get a clean slate. Like, let's just figure out what's going on for real. And first of all, he was with a client, so I was like, okay, like, we could just talk after you're done with your client. But he kept forcing it. So we finally started talking, and I told him that I want him to be more professional. Like, I just want you to be more professional, that's it. And he just kept pointing the finger at me. Everything just kept coming on me, and it was just like, okay, so you're not gonna take accountability for what you're doing. And he also said that it was his shit and he doesn't care, and he doesn't care if he's wrong, and he's gonna say and do whatever he wants. So I just kept saying okay. And when I realized that the conversation wasn't productive, it was like, okay. And also, y'all, it was becoming to the point, like, do you even want me here anymore? Like, I was getting that vibe, like, do you even want me here anymore? Because it's like, it seemed like you don't, and I'm not gonna be anywhere I don't want to be. I'm not gonna be somewhere where I'm unwanted, where people are uncomfortable, or they really hate me, but they got me here because they said that they wanted me here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So at that point, I'm like, you know, are you uncomfortable with me being here? That's what I asked him, and he was like, who would be uncomfortable, or why would they be uncomfortable? And I'm just like, I'm just asking. Like, I really genuinely do just want to know. And somehow it's like he just ended up telling me how he really felt without directly saying it. And he was saying stuff like, well, every time I ask you to do something, you got attitude, and you snappy, and really you haven't been getting shit done, and the next time I get an assistant, I'm just gonna have to make sure they don't have anything to do and they can just do whatever I need them to do. Okay, that's what he said, which is also proving my point that he just wanted me to do whatever he wanted me to fucking do. Whether it was business, whether it was whatever the fuck, whether it was just to hang out with him, he just wanted somebody there to do whatever the fuck he wanted him to do. And that wasn't gonna be me. And once that he seen that I was, you know, getting my clients in and, you know, promoting myself, he also just stopped supporting me. Like, at first he was posting my shit and he was liking my shit. He stopped liking my shit. He didn't post my shit. And I was noticing it. I'm like, I was noticing the change. And I never changed that. I never changed. Like, despite all the stuff that he was saying and doing to me and acting towards me, I was still posting his shit. I was still telling people about his shop. I was still telling people, you know, like, I was still trying to help his business. Like, because at the end of the day, like, you and your business is two different things. Because that's how mature I am. Like, yes, I am my brand, but my brand is the brand at the end of the day. Like, so I'ma support you, you know what I'm saying? And we all in the same field. Like, I'm still here working under your shit, so it's like the least I can do is help you out, you know what I'm saying? So he basically just threw it all in my face, and he said that he basically said he didn't need me no more. And which was crazy, because, and he also was saying shit wasn't getting done, which I was also confused about, because he was the one who stopped asking me to do stuff. So with you saying, oh, shit not getting done, you were the one that stopped asking me to do stuff. But his excuse was I had an attitude and I was snappy. But literally every single thing that he asked me to do, I did it. Whether I was busy, whether I didn't feel like doing it, whether I was far, every single thing that he's asked me to do, I did it. And also, I literally missed this dude call one time out of 50 million times, and he got mad. He tried to make it seem like I was with a nigga, and it was just like, be professional. Like, we're not even together. Like, that was just my main thing. Like, he was just mixing his emotions and his business and me all in one. And it was like, at the end of the day, you need to be professional, because I was still professional. Whatever he needed me to do, I still did it, despite all the shit that was going on. I was still being professional, and that's all I really asked. Honestly, that's all I really wanted him to do, just to be professional at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, this is really about business, and it's about money. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I'm a businesswoman, y'all. I'm a businesswoman. So that's all I wanted him to do, just be professional. Like, we don't have to hate each other. We don't have to hate each other. We don't have to mix emotions because of the previous shit that has happened. Like, so when we were on the phone, and he's saying all of this in front of his client, by the way. He's saying all this in front of his client, like, oh, I'm gonna get this shit done by myself, like I've been doing. Basically just trying to make it seem like I haven't done anything. He was like, what have you gotten done? What have you gotten done? I'm just like, okay. Mind y'all, most of the shit that was getting done was because of me. He was procrastinating a lot. He was lollygagging a lot. He was playing around a lot. I had to remind him about the paint or the cleaning, or, you know what I'm saying, the website Most of the shit I was reminding him to do. Most of the shit I was telling him how to do. Oh, you need to post this way. You need to put this caption. You need to make this post. You need to do it. Like, most of the shit was because of me. So it was like, damn, like, okay. So then he proceeds to say, mind y'all, like I said, this is all in front of his client. He's like, you know, I'm gonna continue getting this shit done by myself, and you know, I don't need nobody that's not gonna get shit done. And he just kept saying that. So I'm like, okay. I was just confused. And he was like, none of this really benefits me. He was just like, none of this benefits me. This all benefits you. The sweet situation. Basically throwing it in my face. Throwing something that he said that he was helping me with in my face. Like, this helps you. This shit is free. You're the only one advantaging this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just like really throwing everything in my face. And mind y'all, this is a conversation that I initiated. So how the fuck did this shit get on me? Clock it. Okay. So as he's saying all of this, I'm just on the phone like, okay, tell me how you feel. Tell me how you feel. Like, I'm just shaking my head like, yeah, like, this is exactly what I want. Tell me what you really feel. So he's like, yeah, like, you here for free. I'm helping you. I ain't getting shit out of this. I'm not benefiting nothing out of this, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, do you want me here? I asked him that. Do you want me here? He like, do you want to be here? I'm like, no, do you want me here? Like, do you want me to leave? And he was like, do you want to leave? And I'm just like, look, do you want me here or not? And he said something like, well, if you want to start paying, then let me know how much you want to start paying. And I was just like, okay, this nigga's crazy, for real. I said, I'm not going to be paying you. I'm just going to leave. And he said, when can you leave? And I said, when do you want me to leave? And he said, when can I leave? And I just said, okay. And I hung up the phone. He called back. As soon as he called back, I was already crying. At that point, because I was just like, bro, like, how did I even get here? Like, how can somebody that say, oh, they don't care, but how did we even get here? You know what I'm saying? For a person that keeps saying they don't give a fuck, how did we get here if you really don't give a fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I hang up, and I just ended up, I kind of just like pour my feelings out a little bit. I was just like, honestly, none of this is fair. I just feel like I thought that we were at least building some type of friendship here, and you're not even being real with me. Like, you're not being real, you're not being honest, and I just feel like everything you saying is just bullshit. And he didn't say nothing, and I was like, hello? And he was like, I'm just thinking. And I was like, well, if you want to talk about it another time or later, then we can do that. And he was just like, well, maybe we need to talk another time. And I was just like, okay. But after that, after you done said all of that, like, don't try to like backtrack it. You know what I'm saying? After you done said you don't need me and I really haven't done shit for you, then why the fuck am I here? So I ended up packing my shit the same day, and I got most of it out that day. And the second day I got all my shit out. And what the cherry on the top that proved to me that this nigga really hated me and he did not support me, literally right after I moved my shit the first day, he removed me off everything. He unfollows me. And he's also like, oh, when can you return the keys? Like, I don't know, it was just very petty. He was being very petty and immature about the situation. So all of this, you put me through all of this, but you didn't even like me. You didn't even want to help me for real. And it was just like, damn, like, that really did hurt me. And I was really sad, because although we didn't work romantically, I just thought, damn, like, the least you could do is support me. But he wasn't a real nigga. He wasn't a real nigga. He wasn't really supporting me. He really did all that for himself. He wanted everything to be in his way, and it's like, no, you can't do that. Like, this is not your world. This is everybody else's world too. You still have to respect people. You still have to be kind to people. Like, no matter if you a boss or not, or you got your own shit, like, yes, this your shit, but that don't mean you can just be a fucking asshole. Like, no, you can't be an asshole just because this is your property. Like, no. And he didn't like that I had standards and I wanted my respect. But it's like, dang, like, that's all I'm really asking for, respect. I'm not asking, I didn't, you know, all the shit you did for me, I thank you, but I could have did it myself. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, damn. So when he removed me off everything, I was just like, wow, like, this really is a kid. This is a kid. Because honestly, my intentions was never to stop unfollowing him or to hate him or bash him on the internet. And I'm still not bashing you on the internet. I'm still not. I'm really the point of this video was to help other women, or not even women, to help anybody. Don't ever get yourself in a situation like this. Like, when people are showing you the signs, just go. Like, just go. If people are showing you the signs of a narcissist, you're not going to be able to change them. It don't matter who you are. God is the only one that can handle them type of people. You're not going to be able to change them. You're not going to be able to change them. And this really was just to help anybody in a situation like this, or, you know, it sounds familiar, or if someone starts acting like this, yes, you're dealing with a narcissist and you need to run, because they will drain your energy. They will try to turn you on people. They will take shit from you and give you nothing. They'll use you. They'll try to control you. They'll damn near change you from the shit that you was changed from. It's like they want you, they want to bring somebody else into how they are. Like, they want to turn you into who they are so they don't feel bad about themselves. Basically. And it's just not fair for me, because it's like, damn, I'm still out of this situation with so much grace for this person. I still have an open heart for you. I do, nigga. I do. If you came to me right now and said what you need to say, I would still have open ears. But like I said in the beginning of the video, I do forgive you, because I know eventually, I don't know when, a month from now, a day from now, a year from now, decade from now, you're gonna be sorry. You're gonna be sorry. So I forgive you. You're forgiven. You're already forgiven. I'm just making this video to help others and to let y'all know what's going on with my sweet situation. So yes, I no longer have a sweet to work in, and I'm not mad about it. Like, I'm still doing hair. I'm still doing what I need to do. Like, I'm still a boss. The fuck. It's just that I did get myself into a situation with this person that didn't give a fuck about me. And you know, it is what it is. I learned a lot. Like, yes, a lot of my energy was drained and stolen from me, but I still am who I am today. Like, I'm still that bitch. I'm still beautiful. Like, this didn't change anything. I'm still a loving person. So if you thought that this was gonna make me a hateful person or change the way that I am, that could never happen. It doesn't matter what I go through in life. I'm still going to be a loving person. I'm still gonna want love. I'm still going to love people. So it sucks that you even did all that, thinking that, like, I don't know what you expected out of me. I really don't. I don't know why you did this to me. I don't know why you put me in this situation. But at the end of the day, you are forgiven. And I don't wish none of this on nobody. And also, y'all, don't take shit from nobody. Like, don't. Nothing is free in life. Everything is always going to be a sacrifice. Everything is always going to be tit for tat. You know what I'm saying? Unless you genuinely have built a real friendship or relationship with someone, don't take shit from nobody. And honestly, even then, like, because you never know. Like, you never know. People change like the weather. Like, you honestly just never know. So just protect your peace. Like, really protect your peace and get to know people. Like, get to know people for their, like, who they really, really genuinely are. And when they show you who they are, that's it. It's no trying to change them. It's no trying to compromise. When people show you who they are, that's who they are. And it's just that simple. It's that simple. And it's up to you on if you want to keep dealing with them or if you don't want to keep dealing with them. And honestly, like I said, if you're watching, there's no hate towards you. I don't hate you. Honestly, I really don't. But I don't ever want to see you. I don't ever want to see you. I don't want to be around you. I don't care. Like I said, if you do want to apologize, you can do that, but you're already forgiven, so you really don't have to. But yeah, like, it's no bad blood for real. I really still do hope the best from this person and the people in that shop. I hope the best for all of y'all. Like, I hope y'all prosper and I hope y'all grow, and I hope y'all not up in there getting bullied too. No shade. I hope y'all not getting bullied, but that ain't none of my business because I ain't that about it. But yeah, like, yeah, I'm just disappointed, you know. I'm disappointed that situation happened the way it happened, but I'm glad that I was able to share this with y'all. And I don't want any women to ever get in a situation like this. Like, see the signs of a narcissist and get the fuck on, because they will break you mentally. Like, y'all, I've been doing so much self-work for myself these past few years, and I just feel like he was sent to just take that away. But you can't take that away from me. You can't take it away. Like, you took some shit away, but you can't take it away. Like, you really can't, because I worked so hard for this. Like, and I've been like this. I've been like this since birth. Like, yes, I used to have my ways and my old habits, but y'all, I've been like this all my life. I've always had a very big heart all my fucking life. So you can't take this from me. Like, I was born with this shit, so it'll never happen. It'll never happen. And it's really your loss. It's really your loss, because you really lost, I'm pretty sure, the best thing in your life. But that's no shade. That's no shade. So yes, y'all, if you are in the Houston area and you need a hairstylist / makeup artist, or if you would like to buy some hair, you can find my information at Claire Core on Instagram. But if you aren't in Houston and you want to support me, you can shop beautycorestudio.com. I do sell hair as well. Yeah, y'all, I'm honestly blessed to be out of that situation, and I do not wish that on anyone. Yeah. Hannah, do you want to say anything?
I apologize for going off like that, y'all. I'm just real passionate about my friends, but I apologize if I said anything that was like, that hurt your feelings. But at the same time, okay, no, I'm sorry. My bad. That's it.
Like, that's it. Yeah, y'all, like, it honestly, like, no one hates anyone. No one hates anyone. It's just like, you was wrong. You was wrong, and you hurt some people. My feelings are hurt. They definitely are. I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, oh, nah, it's cool, it's cool. No, I'm not like you. I'm not like you, okay? I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I don't give a fuck about the situation. I really still do. And it was fucked up, because my feelings, they were not involved, but they were involved. Like, my feelings were involved, and we did have us a little situationship. So I just feel like that was fucked up, because damn, like, would I have been dealing with someone that hated me? Like, damn. But anyway, yes, y'all, thanks for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Yes, just leave some encouraging words for me, y'all. Just keep praying. I'm gonna be doing good. Honestly, this, like I said, this is really just a minor setback for a major comeback, because these past few years I have been going through a lot with my business, but I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot, and I guess this was just my way of learning it. I had to go through it. So yes, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video. I'm gonna have a few other story times going on for y'all, because there is a lot of other shit that's been going on, but I have to give y'all this story because this is what's going on now, today, in the present. So yes, y'all, but I'm still a boss. I'm still doing hair and makeup. The shop is still open, but I'm gonna pull up to y'all in the Houston area. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Bye.